today's gonna be a good bit of talking and roleplay. I'm not gonna stand up to GM today, so I'm chilling right now with this Starbucks Frappuccino bottle thing that I just grabbed suddenly.
It's a lazy day.
It is a lazy day, but that does not mean it won't be productive. Speaking of productivity, let's be productive with some proactive thinking. What question am I gonna ask?
What happened last time?
Thank you, Fred.
Couldn't think of a joke fast
What?
enough.
Good. What happened last time?
We were a bunch of idiots.
I mean, that's a pretty apt description most times, I believe.
Specifically.
Did you
what
guys learn
idiocy
nothing
did we-
from the end of the last campaign, those of you that are present? You'll always feel like you don't have a plan. You'll always feel like it is, and you'll always be stepping in shit. That's the point Connor tried to drill home. It won't ever change. You just get used to it.
Best laid plans of mice and men and all that. Except for the mice of the dire mouse.
To a degree.
Why
But
not?
nonetheless, what
Diamond?
happened last time?
We traversed down a path of a very prepared and stacked, sort of like camps with assorted foods and other provisions that any traveler might want when they set out on a journey. And there was a big, fat, juicy spell tome. And turns out it's a horror book.
Yeah, and that horror book stole my book. Still grieving.
From
Of course,
there,
I figure.
we attempted to stop the thing from escaping, and it was just like, it was very elusive. And we jumped into a massive portal thing. That
A
I
book.
believe that, yeah, it was a massive portal book.
Well, it was more of like a canvas than anything.
Okay. From there, we more or less explored this kind of pocket dimension in a different dimension that was very book themed, with two voices, kind of three voices passively talking at us, aside from one of us. Ended up finding some books with names that are familiar and not familiar at the same time. Didn't sacrifice Aminius. Yeah. We didn't sacrifice Aminius. Shame.
It would have made this so much easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And we decided to...
No good deed goes unpunished.
We decided to... Well, how best to describe this? Take a sort of deal of, if we survive a story, then we get out. Presumably with the book that was stolen from us.
They said that they were going to put the book in the story. They didn't
Book
say
in the
anything
book.
else about the book.
Yes. It's a book.
So we'll see what happens.
And then we jumped in and we ended the session early and discussed what the story will be, which is a fun.
You guys get
story.
to go back in the past. Well, in real life, back in the past. In game, technically, it's still true now I think about it. About, I believe Desmond is 20 something.
Oh, the good
29,
old
let's say.
20-somethings.
29, let's say. So that means the story this would have technically
About 30?
was like 30 some years ago, 30 to 33. And the right tango, attacking back in my chair. Oh shit.
It's been a minute.
No. It's been a good short while. Just a couple points in case some of you don't read the chat. Reminder number 1. The page turner effect is still active because this book that you're in is still in the domain of the Ruinous Architects. Meaning, whenever I decide to trigger it, it has a 1-hour cooldown time. I can turn any roll to an @1. Like that. 1 hour. Or, if some fucky-wucky stuff happens, it gets reset even faster. There's nothing that will elongate the time. There's nothing that puts it back to an hour, makes it 2 hours, yada, yada, yada. No. It's 1 hour or shorter. And then, @1. Reminder number 2. I feel like Robin Williams' Genie right now. Reminder number 2 is some of you know, either in lesser or greater amounts, the details of this particular story, the story of Gallibur, and its caverns, and its hanging tree, and its cursed townsfolk. Stuff like that. You guys are free to ask what the supposed next part of the story, or current part of the story, or whatever, is supposed to be like. But of course, keep in mind that the people writing this current story, illustrating it, I guess the best way to put it, are not storytellers, nor are they getting paid to make this, accurate. And past both of those points, they are trying to fuck with you. So some things may be changed dramatically or subtly. Just keep that in mind. And so, my friends, we begin today's session literally seconds at the same time, whatever, from where we left off. The world around you, you Vanguard expeditionaries, you daring, intrepid bunch.
Pack idiots.
The world around you is, idiots is a fair term, is being drawn in sketch form, lined in with greater detail, shaded, colored, etc., etc., etc. Imagine like a Studio Ghibli, animation team going to work here. Eventually becomes photorealistic. Because it is, as far as your senses and reality can perceive, is real. If you die in the game, you die in your life.
They got like a 720, 770X card or something?
No, they turn on ray tracing. That's what it is.
Gotcha.
Anyways, you guys are in a humid environment. The smell of swamp gases abound and around. The place, it's night, first off, so it's a bit weird seeing the light, parchment color world immediately as soon as it gets finished. The last dot of detail finishing up the illustration immediately shift to darkness. It's a bit interesting.
Just turn off the
lights.
Basically,
it's like flicking a light switch. You guys are plunged into a humid environment of darkness. Abigail immediately remarks, fuck, we're in the twins.
I take it that's a bad thing.
Oh, what's so bad about the twins?
She just gestures to all around. You guys see a ways away, I'd say a few 100 feet or so, a fire going. A campsite. In between the darkness, the dark, swampy woods you're currently in. Not to say you're in a swamp right now. Like, you guys aren't stepping in the muck. It's not muddy. You guys are on an elevated area, but this is clearly a swamp environment. In between where you guys currently are and that fire some 100 feet away, you guys see scurrying, skittering, crittering.
Oh, fuck.
It catches your attention, and you guys all collectively look at it as the sole thing moving from, well, that's not you guys, around you. It looks back at you. You see 3 eyes, sort of arranged in a lotus-esque pattern, sort of vertically. It is peculiar seeing, first off, 3 eyes on any creature. A bit more so considering how the normal creature looks like. Triply so, because the eye colors are not normal.
It
is a fox.
Oh, there you go.
It is a fox, and its eyes are is literally RGB, red, green, and blue, and it just sort of looks at you guys. This pings in your head something pretty. That might be typical of the Feywilds, but the twins isn't the Feywilds, so whatever this thing is, it is not native to this environment. It runs off, towards the campsite. He's looking at you all for but a moment and then scurrying away.
We should warn whoever's over there. That thing might be dangerous. You never know with these things.
What the fuck was that?
I mean, I think it was a fox.
I hate it here.
I think I'm starting to understand why. Is that common?
No.
Now that's mighty concerning.
Varric agrees with resounding. So,
The spring doubt's a little loose.
I mean, you guys haven't had the best chance to do weapon maintenance ever since, going into the book.
Yeah, fair. Anyways, so do we just walk on over to the campsite?
If you guys so wish.
I mean, let's not be hasty here. I hope there's more three-eyed things kicking around.
Well, that's how I met you guys. That worked out fine.
He's not fucking wrong. Also, to be fair, this is a story, and that's the only direction that doesn't look like a swamp right now.
Okay.
There's
Well, I'm going
beauty
at the
even
back.
here if you know where to look, Sandra.
So, I should probably change the screen for you all.
Indeed.
Whoop.
Oh boy, a battle map.
Might I have the marching order, my friends, as I change the music?
There's 2 Ys.
What?
Does that make them twice as wise?
There's
My
another one.
almost twin.
No, that just makes them twice.
My almost twin.
Awful, I love it.
Yeah, I'll get
I
rid of
have
one.
met you.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh, she's dead. Never mind. It was
Okay.
short-lived.
So,
can Kirsty interact with that token though?
can you move it, Kirsty, or no?
Okay.
You can. Okay.
I
So,
think
friend
that's
is
the one
not.
I dragged out anyway, so...
Okay.
Well, Board is happy to take the lead, if need be.
Like the scatter pattern.
Wizard in the middle.
What are you laughing at that for?
No, it's not.
I just need
It's 'cause I
Abigail
said
to move to the
you
left
say
by one
stat.
square and it'd be perfect.
Fine.
Thank you.
Or Sandra could move out.
Sandra,
That's alright.
I kind of wanted Sandra to go there, but I'm gonna say
No, don't ruin it.
Here,
Alright.
we'll do this. Boom.
haha, perfect.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here, Varric is the more armor between him and Abigail.
And she's the one that's supposed to be more ranged anyway, so.
I mean, they both use a fucking gun, or fucking ranged weapon. One is a gun,
Yeah,
one's a
but,
bow,
like-
so whatever. So, you guys begin following the little pitter-patter steps of the... I'm just going to refer to it as the Fey Fox. Because it's pretty Feywild-esque.
Can Sandra look around to make sure we're not surrounded by a bunch of tiny foxes?
Roll perception.
At disadvantage, I'm guessing.
No, it's...
Okay.
Remember how dark vision works. It's flipped. It's inverse.
I don't have dark vision. Or,
That's what I'm saying.
oh,
It's-
so
it's
dark vision
inverse.
disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah.
Hit.
Not that you see anything anyways.
Yeah.
No, you seem in the clear. To be fair, though, like, it's pretty still in these woods. Like, every step you guys make, as quiet as you guys may or may not be trying to be, it's audible to your elven ears. So, you feel like there's something watching you. It's not, might not be moving, but it might still be watching.
Alright. As we are nearing the campfire, Ward would call out, much in the same way he did when he first ran into these idiots. Low there. Friendly incoming. Mean no harm. Saw your fire from a ways out.
As you guys get closer to the fire, you realize it's more than just a fire in the middle of nowhere. It is an encampment to be expected from a fire in the middle of nowhere. Well, middle of nowhere is a subjective term in the Twins. Everywhere's in the middle of nowhere.
Middle
Nonetheless,
of now here.
very good point. There is a caravan wagon parked here. Multiple tents set up. Clearly bedrolls inside and some outside. And one person is on watch. and it is them you greet. She looks peculiar, to say the least, as she is doing something. So what? Well, you guys have seen Varric do this during his watch. She's some sort of alchemist. She's brewing stuff. But nonetheless, her peculiar Nevros tribalistic appearance, spear and all, accompanies her, white silvery hair, her sapphire-esque eyes, as, well, she sees, literally from nowhere, a group of people announce themselves. She just sort of looks at you guys for a moment, sort of more akin to a deer in headlights than anything. It's very clear that her attention is elsewhere. Not, so surprised at seeing the alchemical apparatuses in front of her.
Apparati.
No, apparatuses.
Sure.
Apparatus.
Apparatus seizures.
Apparatus seizures. That's what we call raiding an illegal alchemist lab. Apparatus seizures. Anyways.
Ward is going to hold up his hands in front of him to show that he's not holding anything dangerous in them.
Wait a minute. What about your obsidian glaive? What about that?
It's just on his back.
On my back.
That's still.
He's just chilling, man.
That doesn't help.
Look, he doesn't have it out and ready to attack people.
For now.
Well, sure.
Her focuses. Her attention focuses, and she squints, seeing the rest of you, looking past just you, Ward. Sees the rest of you, and then she gets a small, quaint smile on her face, and then just gestures you to come closer, a wave, and she goes to the closest bedroll or tent, one or the other, and begins waking the assorted people at the camp up.
Still in stone form, Ward would go and have a seat where indicated.
I'll just do a really shitty, like I'm talking like
His
really
little campfire.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do like hold on, let's see, thin line or small line, not thin. And then I gotta get interior orange. Just
There it is.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
you're welcome. And then we got some logs.
Put it in the Louvre. The Louvre. I forget how to say that word.
I thought you meant the loo, like the toilet. and I
Yeah,
was like,
that's
it's
why I
not that.
corrected it. That's why I corrected it.
You still pronounce the V and the R because of the E at the end. Louvre.
Interesting.
And if we put a second E at the end of it, or if we put accent on that E, then you pronounce the E as well. But I don't think it
Funniest
has
place name ever is Waterloo.
Nah.
that. Pee bathroom. Anyways.
Can you tell they didn't like that town when they founded it? It's the twins of Earth.
To a degree.
Anyhow.
Alright, so I'm just gonna draw some very rudimentary, like, log. I'll just use the draw shape tool, it's probably easier. Log. To sit upon. A log of sitting.
I shouldn't find that funny, but it is.
Rare
Oh.
item.
Rare item. Requires attunement.
You place a stick on the ground, it becomes a large log that you can sit upon once a day.
You can make a dexterity saving throw.
Cannot be used without ass.
Beautiful.
So you guys, I don't know, orient yourselves wherever you want to sit. We'll say that you guys approached from the top right, we'll say.
Where are their
Hurricane
tents?
fucking-
Are their tents just like all around this entire place?
I would say that. Fine, I'll get more detailed drawings.
You could just
let's
put
say
an
this
air
yellow-
X that says, "Hey, there's things here."
Nah, I'm fucking going all out now.
Ah, right.
You fucking. you said my trigger words. Yeah, so we're gonna say this is the wagon, and then we'll put just like a tent, here, and then like here, shit, fuck, shit, whatever, etc. Because basically how it is that there is the point of the encampment, which is basic survival encampment, like you guys do this yourselves, is to have some barrier between the tree line itself and the sleeping location. So in order to get to the sleeping bags from the top right, you'd have to go past the fire in that open space. To get to the sleeping bags from the bottom down left there, you had to go past the caravan wagon, stuff like that. So there's some barrier, obstacle, etc. between place of respite and the tree line.
On a side note, I'm loving that little token there. That guy looks so happy. In the bedroll.
He's a happy man.
It is so perfect that you said that. You don't even know. It's so perfect.
Yeah. It just shows how accurate the fucking token is.
Do you have an Aldrich token, Fred? Because I think I might still have it.
No idea.
Oh,
there it is.
Oh, neat.
I have this one if you want.
Well, hello.
I have that one if you want. Here, is it uploading? Yeah, it's uploading. I have that one if you want it.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll take it.
The
That's my
classic.
old one.
Let's see. Controlled by this person.
Yes, it is I, this person.
Yep, that person. Select token. You select a token there. You should be able to control it, I believe.
Yes, I'm good.
Awesome. So let's see. Other tokens to put in. It's a good thing I have just a fucking folder for this shit. So let's see. NPC number 1. Not forgotten. For fucking once. NPC number 2. Precious Trauma Child.
Oh, she's a giant.
Love that these are so differently sized. NPC number 3. Also
Trauma child.
Also Trauma Child. You guessed it correctly! Wow, nice!
They come in pairs.
They do. They really do. NPC number 4.
Would Tala also count as a trauma child? No, Tala. Tala?
No, I wouldn't think
Jesus
so.
Christ. Okay.
It's because the thing I used from like I had to cut down like a full size like portrait image, so that's like it's pretty big.
Also, you have no idea how many fucking NPCs we had.
I'm starting to get an idea.
If you thought we had a lot when we had a troll and a wolf, oh
PC
boy.
turned NPC number 1. Let's see what else.
Shouldn't Aldrich and Danway be in like the same tent?
I'm not fine. Fucking weirdo. Let's see. I don't have Tala's token, so let me go grab that from the other one real quick. Steal it, one might say.
I think that's all of them. We don't have Connor at this point with us.
No.
Oh, the little girl.
Tala, yes, that's exactly what I was talking
Not
about.
Tala.
Mishka?
Mishka, thank you.
Misha doesn't have a token. She never had an image. So I'll put red and
Should we let the little child
this
sleep?
is gonna look like I'm curious as a color contrast on this. Oh god, that looks
That's
awful.
really hard to read.
That's fair. That's fair. I think
we
Mishka was sleeping in the
Probably.
cavern, I'm gonna say.
Cavern?
Let's see. So Nevi's on watch. Owen. Draw more tents. Give me a sec.
Should we just let Mishka sleep?
That's up to
She's a
you,
little
fucking guy.
child. She needs sleep.
Alright, so Seema. Nevi doesn't sleep in a tent. I think she just sort of just chills. I did. Yep, exactly.
Good job, you remembered that.
Good old coin.
Oh, right, that one too.
Coin.
Puppy.
Big pupper.
He is a direwolf now. Oh, damn.
And then Aurochs are large, right?
Good
Not
old
huge.
shit.
I want to say. Checks. Boom. Actually, I just realized Marshall doesn't sleep in a freaking tent. He just sleeps on shacks. I just remembered. So there you go.
Well, then give
yeah.
the tent to
Tala.
yeah. Unless she's small to fit on like Shaq's butt or something.
Let's see. I still gotta open up the old one, and then do this, open that. Tala. Open image. Download. Tala. Token. There we go. Close those. Open shown folder. Drop into Roll20. Close the folders because I don't need them anymore. Open my OneNote while I'm at it. And bada bing, bada boom.
I forgot about it.
There. Now, that's fucking everyone. Alright?
Oh my
No more.
god, you have an army here.
Yep.
No,
I
we've
think
run.
legit a platoon.
I've run
Wait,
the analysis on this. If I put everyone here in a fight, not that everyone here is worthy of being in a fight, because some people are level 1 or level 0, but if I were to put everyone here in a fight, that's like 16, 17 people on your guys' side. We can make 3 smaller parties of 5 or 6, depending, with each of these. There's a lot.
There's a lot of
Done that.
bullshit.
So,
Made balancing lots of fun.
To Vanguard Party, you see assorted people get awoken in various states of non-armored forms, they're very tired forms, etc., etc. I don't think she would wake Mishka up, just saying.
That's kind.
What was Mishka to do with the situation? So you guys just silently and sullenly just go to the fire looking at your new visitors.
Pretty much. Chenmere has a sword and a shield with her, but she's more or less looks tired, but she also looks like she's always tired kind of thing. Just kind of goes
Which
over
one's
quietly.
Cherrymere's? The grumpy one or the blonde one?
The grumpy blonde one.
The grumpy one.
I find that so funny that you describe her as grumpy, because I think that's the rough adjective used the entire campaign.
Really?
Yeah.
Grumpy.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah, she definitely has RBF, so.
resting bitch face.
Which she
So-
didn't know existed, and then someone.
Oh,
brought off
jeez,
as,
I was muted like an
Brent's best
idiot.
friend.
You were muted.
That explains
I
a
didn't
bit.
realize.
I was wondering why you moved over there and didn't say anything.
All right. So as he's being woken up, this quite large, very very lean, muscular man with tattoos all up and down his arm, with white hair with gold streaks and purple streaks in it, with a large band of tiger skin around his waist and baggy red pants with some armored boots.
Do you
Sees
have the other image of Marshall, the one that's like full Spartan?
Oh yeah, I got that. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
send you that.
Yeah, drop that.
He
I think that would
he-
definitely help the imagery.
He gets up and he sees this, and he very quickly moves his way over there to you with nothing but some wraps on his hand. And he looks over and he's like, "Oh,
Wait, hold on.
hello there."
Wait.
Wait, quick pause. Are you the full Marshal right now?
Oh,
no,
God.
he's got pants on.
Okay.
Okay. Because you said
Okay.
nothing
Nothing but raps, baby.
Actually think, because Marshall's had this trait discussed in the past. So that's what I was talking about.
To be fair, when he was a full marshal, it's because he was in a dream state, so he was still basically in bed. So, like, bit of a difference.
I mean, he was just in bed right now, though.
Yeah, he had enough time to put on some pants.
sleeping out in the wild. He's not gonna.
Yeah, I might get mosquito bites on unmentionables.
Fair enough.
It's not a good look.
Fair enough. Yeah. So what do you say to him?
Yeah, he goes over there rather quickly. He's like, "Oh, hello there. Are you bandits? I've been waiting for a fight. Who's first?"
Oh, the no, pal.
No, we're not bandits.
Sandra, you first.
Not bandits.
No.
Not bandits.
Oh, well, they kind of look like bandits, but no, we don't. Well, I don't at least. I don't thieve. It's not
You
my
think
thing.
I look like a bandit?
Christ, you're big. Shit, Christ is
Who's Christ?
What? That is disappointing, but it is. I guess you are friends of Nevi.
Who's Nevi?
Hello,
Oh, hi.
Tip's hat.
I'm Nevi.
Hello.
And no, Marshall, they're not friends of mine. But
So they are bandits.
No, we're
No,
not
definitely
bandits.
no, not
We're not trying to
bandits,
steal
no,
your
no.
shite.
I'm very confused.
Yeah.
As this is happening, you see from behind the tent a white-haired man step outside from behind one of the tents. He's got a scar on his chin, a very visible white line, and the most striking feature about him is, one, he's down to his small clothes, and as he's stepping into the light, you see his body turn to stone and mimic, very much like Ward, this very sort of like almost golem-esque exterior.
Do you
His
think he has
eyes,
a favorite
however,
class?
Yes. His eyes, however, are almost ruby red.
white hair, ruby red eyes. Before you guys ask, no, he's not a vampire.
We checked.
You guys already
They kind of
checked it.
look like bandits to me. Are you certain they're not bandits?
Well, they say they're not bandits, but only bandits come at people's camp in the night. So I'm very
But
confused.
bandits usually attack first when everyone's asleep.
This one.
You guys set camp at the middle of the night. If he goes.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Seema cuts in. Well, Nevi, Marshall wasn't there for that, so he wouldn't know. Oh yeah, huh? I met them in the middle of the night, just like this. And she sits down next to you.
Unexpected, but also current situations. It's not.
So let me get this straight. An elf, a tiefling, a fashionista, and a bunch of humans
Walking
into
to
a
the bar.
camp in the middle of the night with no ulterior motive. I don't buy it.
Oh, my elbow
Why are you
minutes.
here?
Agreed. Danaway goes behind you.
Can Cheddarmere make some kind of check to see if they look like they've actually been traveling in the night? Because if you've been traveling in
Sure.
swamps, you're probably coming.
Roll survival.
Survival. I don't.
Let's see.
Do I have anything that gives me advantage? No, I'm just good at survival. Meanwhile, oh no,
Not many things.
No, there was a thing in the new ranger that like gives me a bonus or something. I can't remember. Let's see how good the roll is, anyways.
That's for tracking, not for
Okay.
seeing if someone's been traveling.
Yeah, but 24.
That's what Danaway looks like. Pretty black-haired lady, raven-haired lady.
Should I take a second
They-
to describe Cheddar?
How does Jedimir look? RBF.
RBF. Tired but always tired, and also, she seems to be wearing like very warm-looking clothes, like kind of a few layers. Sword and shield, because she doesn't know anything about the guests and she's gonna be prepared for a fight. And she's just kind of like scanning over everyone, just quietly watching and judging. And
You see a white helmeted individual doing something very similar.
nod.
Nods.
Oh my god.
He makes you feel. He reminds you very much so of Connor.
Yeah, never would have picked that one up, especially
Yeah.
covered in fucking alchemical shit.
I think Connor's covered in a lot more than Varric. Varric probably just has
Oh,
a
yeah.
bunch of like syringes packed at his side. Connor's like covered in bombs
Yeah.
and like. No, he's literally covered in bombs. He has a cloak made of explosive plate. Like
Holy
plate.
shit! I didn't know that was an
This is
option.
something similar they have in tanks,
Mhm.
where you hit it and it explodes back.
Ooh.
So, Varric will never get there. What a shame. Oh well. But yeah,
I'm not. A word of warning, soldier boy. I see you back there. I'm not particularly keen on bullets. And as to emphasize this point, you see a sword materialize in Aldrich's hands.
not many people are.
Yeah. So the
Right.
man, he gets up, he looks around, he's like, well, my manners. My name is Masho Militaris, or Militaris de Masho. It is a pleasure to meet you. Then he whips out a piece of broccoli and starts eating.
Oh yes.
You guys see as
The
he
fucking
takes a
infinite
piece of
broccoli.
as he bites into the broccoli, it immediately regrows like the part he just ate. Just
Oh my god, magic broccoli.